toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. And here's the return. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. Guys, let's take a big view of Texas. It's the conference finale today. Win this one. Extra football ahead has taken a ton of hard work to get here, David, and they certainly can't afford to let down.
Yeah, and you people, Reese, you know, they're looking ahead, always pointing to the future, like they need to win today. Like their goals are still in front of them, but today is a big day in the conference to continue to keep winning.
And that's the thing I think their coach kept reminding his team of all week long. At the very start of the year in our first team meeting, we put our goals up on the board. The #1 goal was to win the conference, and they have a chance to guarantee themselves a spot in that game with a win today.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. To the air, it's Manning. Here's the heat. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Well, this defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed, but that is huge for their confidence. They get their first sack of the game here in the first half, and you can all of a sudden see the body language on this defense. It is changed.
Punch it out of the air. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. They're working that left side. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
The Longhorns are flying down the field. Toss sweep to the right. Slithers into space. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Fighting off the defender. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the 1st down, and they might mark that down to use the Wildcat again.
A lot of times when you think about speed back, speed, you think on the edge. You don't think in between the tackles. You don't think about breaking tackles. They try to break your ankles. The problem is...
Oh, he's got some space. explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
The Longhorns will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Scanning the field, it's Manning. Deflected at the goal line.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Quarterback keeps it. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And that's why this offense is so hard to stop, guys. This quarterback can hurt you throwing it and running it. With his speed, he can make people look silly. And you saw it right there on the opening drive of the game. What a beautiful touchdown.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Humphries. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. The give to the back. Hammers ahead for a yard out to the 12.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Picks up the 1st down, still moving. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get it down. They are letting the big dogs eat on the ground.
Pound, pound, pound. The dog pound. Run the football, be physical. You can go back when Vince Dooley won a championship. Herschel Walker. You go all through the names. So many good.
There he goes. They get him out of bounds. Couple yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. Now, last year, there were long stretches in which the Georgia offense hardly looked like a well-oiled machine. Now the quarterback's transferred, new full-time starter in there. I think it's fair to say, David, that the Dogs need more from the quarterback position this season.
They do need more, but I tell you what, they didn't help him the whole spot around, right? The offensive line, running backs, receivers, it was kind of below average for every position, but the quarterback is the tone setter, the captain, and having a guy like Gunner at the helm, man, this is a dude they all trust, they all respect, and I expect this offense to bounce back in a big way.
Direct snap. He breaks a tackle. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Using his feet. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
And the Dogs need to pick it up on 4th down. Might be calling a hot route. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Rolling, throwing, looking right. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
That is great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
Looking downfield, it's Manning. Finds the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find their rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on Sunday.
They'll send the back in motion. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
The Dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
You got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Fourth down, and this crowd trying to help this defense rise to the occasion. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Unloaded just as he throws. It's incomplete, and they stop him on 4th down.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on 4th down. And I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on 4th down for those types of situations. And you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time. So you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. The run to the left. Turning it on. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the 2nd level and creating big lanes for this running back.
Looking to throw, it's Stockton. They've got the screen set up. Fouls through the defense. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. They've done a really good job in high school recruiting just last week. A commitment from a big-time 4-star defensive back. David, what does a commitment like that do for the program?
I mean, so exciting. Like, once you start creating momentum in recruiting, it's really fun to watch it. And getting a guy like that in the back end, in the secondary, that's so important to your defense, man, does it get you excited. And other guys now say, hey, I might want to go play with that cat.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on 1st down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
They'll go with a direct snap. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs!
And I love that this offense stuck to it, stuck to the run game, didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they wanted now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. SMU is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winner Doak Walker among the legends to wear that uniform. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Oklahoma. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Makes the grab on the left. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Quickly to the tight end. Breaks into the open. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup. They'll go hurry up here. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. It's picked off, and that's number 10. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Are you kidding me? Lucky number 7. He's got 7 interceptions on the season, consistently around the ball. High IQ, breaks on the football great. This guy just makes play after play after play.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. Running to the left. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Off the play fake. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Georgia! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
How about this? These guys are going for 2. To the air. It's Stockton. Swings it out to his running back. Into the end zone for the 2, and they push that lead out to 8. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Got his man downfield. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
One of the nice things about RPOs is that it's a slow developing mesh between the QB and running back, and that allows these receivers time to get vertically downfield and work their routes. You saw it right there on that play.
Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Wingo. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Longhorns in a good spot here with second and short. Looking downfield very late in the half. He'll pull it down and run. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys. He could not wait to get back out there. And that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Off play action. Throws to the tight end. On target to the left. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here.
That's exactly what you're trying to get accomplished. You got to make sure on all these runs, clock running down, get out of bounds, right? Get some positive yards and then stop that clock.
Back to pass, it's Manning. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Touchdown, Texas! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And that's a backbreaker for this defense, Jesse. They were doing everything they could, trying to let that clock run out, force a field goal. They execute under 10 seconds left, and they put it in the end zone.
Yeah, how about the situational offense there too, though, David? Understanding the time and the clock and managing it absolutely perfectly. And now the decision, do you go for two and try to tie this thing up before you head into the locker room?
And it's more common to throw for the two-point conversion than it is to run anymore. So you practice these a lot. You could tell. Nice timing, nice rhythm, in sync, nice two-point conversion.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Nice return there, and he'll be dragged down at the 34. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Longhorns will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Humphries. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Its first time out of the half. going to the run to start this second half. Got enough for the first. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. They'll move the wide receiver. To the ground. He's got it again. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Trying play action. Under fire. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. Got room on the return. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Give to the running back. Makes the tackle at the 31. It's a pickup of 5 on the play.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Man, what a finish we could have. Tie game, 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Looking down the middle. A strike downfield. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Longhorns! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. See what you hit what you see, bring your feet. Yeah, none of that happened.
Yeah, those are all great things to keep in mind, but you're also trying to tackle another grown man against his will and get him on the ground. And by the way, he wasn't having it.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. Louisville is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Lamar Jackson should never be counted out of any game. They're trailing by just 4 to Kansas State. If anything else happens in this one in the Pac-12 or anywhere else, we'll make sure you know about it. Back to you guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Snap it to the back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. The Bulldogs moving quickly to the line. Looking for a crease to the left. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Dogs need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. To throw, it's Stockton. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
This quarterback has been struggling to find a rhythm in this game so far. Didn't have a ton of success in the first half, so here he is trying to ignite the offense with a deep shot, but they're not able to come away with the completion.
It's fourth down and 14, but they're going to go for it. Making side adjustments here. Sends it back in motion. They're throwing for it on fourth down. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
Well, the defense is smelling blood in the water. As soon as they saw this offense decide to go for it in that area of the field, they were like, okay, you're going to gift us the football. We'll go ahead. We'll take over. Thanks. We'll make a play, and we'll take this over. And now we're going to try to make you pay for that decision.
I know some teams have an aversion to punting. It's sort of the new wave of football. But giving the other team this kind of chance, that's just not smart. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Finds his big tight end. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's second and goal from the 5. It's complete to the right. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And he made the extra point without problem. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Humphreys. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Got the first down and more. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Back to throw, it's Stockton. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
Behind the chains now on second and long. They'll give it to the back. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On third down, going up top. Trying to make magic with his feet. Turns it on in midfield. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man, though. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Direct snap. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Frazier. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. He's going for it all. He caught it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He's looking to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Coming out with it, it's Gibson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with the lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
And the Longhorns have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. He leaves it with his back. Past the 40. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Down that crease, and they knock him down after a pickup of 5 to the 32.
No doubt the offense at this point of the game with the lead late, they're going to try and run the football, and they're going to try and beat the clock. They need all ball carriers to stay in bounds to keep this clock ticking, just like that guy did there.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Quickly out to the tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
The Longhorns back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. There he goes. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game.
Really nice job by the running back here in the 4th quarter, picking up that 1st down. They need him now. They've got the lead, but not by a lot late in the game. They need him to play his best football at a moment in the game when everything is on the line.
Try to get it to the edge. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a great individual play, and I love quarterbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of that.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Dropping back, it's Manning. Fires to the end zone. And he's got it for the touchdown, and that one just might do it.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Very intriguing Big 12 matchup today, gentlemen. Here's a look at how it finished up. South Carolina steamrolled its way to victory today. They scored on turnovers, they scored on gadget plays, an all-around masterpiece that'll give the folks in Columbia a ton of confidence. Just another week in the Big 12 where anything can happen on any given Saturday. As we send things back to you guys.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. receiver going in motion. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Might be changing the route. Looking to pass. It's Stockton. He wants a big play here late. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
After the incompletion, looking at second down. They'll move the tight end. Second down, they'll go to the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Frazier. A relatively short but effective gain. He's out of bounds at the 11.
Okay, the defense is going to give you those all day. We're late in the game now. They've got the big lead. Expect them to play big zone defenses and try to keep the football in front of them. If you want to throw it short, they're just going to rally to the ball and just bleed this game out.
Motion from the wide receiver. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback may change this route. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. He'll get rid of it. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily.
Hey, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on fourth down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field and catches the defense off guard.
Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Flips it out on the screen. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
And the Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll run play action. Here's a throw downfield late. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Time is not on their side right now. They can't afford too many more incompletions like that. They need to come up with some connections, and they've got to score points. They've got to get this passing game going now.
And the Dogs come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. Motion from the wideout. He wants to change this route. They'll throw on third and short. Trying to escape and get it himself. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Finds some fresh air. He's down to the 37-yard line, and that's where he goes out of bounds. The Bulldogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Going to the ground. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
Now, I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a W no matter where you play. You want to play in the parking lot? We'll go meet you. Great job by this team being ready, getting the W.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.